All right, we're live in our Facebook group as well as our YouTube channel, so that's awesome. And I was just sharing before we got started. Again, my name is Jeremy, founder of Social Connector. I go live every Monday through Thursday, live in Zoom on Mondays, but today we decided to open up in Zoom on a Thursday because we have this new feature we're talking about. And so really excited to share with you guys, this is a beta feature. This is not something that is fully tested. It is not fully operational. I've found and sent to the developers. I'm actually on a meeting with the developers here and tomorrow to talk about some of the little bugs and quirks. But man, it is already so awesome. I was using it and I'll show you that here today. But before we jump into what I will call the DM funnel creator on Instagram, or the post nurturer, the reels nurturer on Instagram, I want to talk to you about why this matters. Now, if you're on Facebook, so am I, but we're all seeing a huge shift in how things are working over there on FB, and it's causing a lot of issues. There's a lot of issues going on, and we all know it, and that's okay. It's, you know what? There's gonna be issues on IG, on TT, TikTok. I don't know. You're gonna have them everywhere. But this is why it's so important for us to move our list offline and own it as soon as we possibly can. But lately, especially, we are seeing some major things on Facebook. I just had someone who's actually on this training right now, someone say to me, like, I wasn't even doing anything and now I can't send a message. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like today it randomly said that you're not going to send messages. I posted something that I stole from somebody else on my feed the other day about the fact that, like, basically your very existence violates our policies. So this is happening a lot. We're seeing it a lot, and we got to have alternatives. And so I was so pumped when this came out because I just don't know how much longer people, everyday users, I'm not talking about social sellers, I'm not talking about direct sellers, I'm talking about everyday users, how long we are going to tolerate the constant changes in control that happen over on FB. I keep saying FB like they're not tracking me. All right. So anyways, all that being said, I do want to talk about speed to lead a little bit, why it matters, and how we can do this on Instagram in a good way. So let's talk about that real quick. We're going to go through it super fast. You know what? I got to do this. I always do this because I'm doing it live, guys. I have to do it a little bit weird. All right, so let me move over to my Canvas screen here. Perfect. And now let me share my Canvas screen with you all here inside of the Zoom. Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about speed to lead, why it matters, and how we're going to utilize that with Instagram. So what in the world is lead speed? So I talk about this a lot. It's actually becoming like my mission in life is to help you get faster at responding to leads. And so with that, I can't find my little thing. There we go. So with that, let's talk about what's important and what are your priorities when it comes to speed lead. People want to connect, and they want to connect when they want to, and they want the info they want when they want it. Okay. I used to tell my wife when she first started as a network marketer, I used to say to my wife, like, they weren't in a hurry to get back to you. You don't need to be in a hurry to get back to them. That's actually changed in 2024. When someone says, I'm interested, and they raise their hand, they want the response. They're like, give it to me. If you wait too long, you're going to miss it. I'm actually going to show you that here in a second. Number two, we have to start capturing information as quickly as possible. Okay. So we have to capture information quickly, because things change. People move on so fast. We'll show you a stat here in a second. And then number three, we have to start following up quickly. We have to be able to nurture quickly. Speed matters. So when we say speed to lead, what do we actually mean by that? Really, it's the time between when a person shows interest, what I call raising their hand, and the time your solution gets in their hands, the chance that they have to check out your solution or at least get information about your solution. That's speed lead. How quickly from when you do this to I do this and I hand it to you. That's what speed lead is. All right. Now with that, let's talk about why it matters. 78% of all customers buy from the person who reaches out to them first. You have got to be fast because The number one decision on who I'm going to work with is who's reaching out to me first. Not who's better, not who's more equipped, but just simply who responds to me. Think about it, and I've shared this recently on another training. Think about it on Yelp. If you were on Yelp and you're like, I need my, and this happened to me, and so I'm using the example, I need my washer fixed. I got 1 million responses from contractors about my washer. Guess who I went with? The dude who reached out first. Why? Because in my mind, number one, he was fast about it, so that meant he was going to get to my house quicker. Number two, I just assume most of them are going to be about the same price anyways. Now, the truth was, that wasn't true. I went back later and saw that I got ripped off, but it didn't matter. I went with the person who reached out first. Number two, you're 7 times more likely to see a lead qualified if you reach out to them within 1 hour versus just even 2 hours. You're going to qualify someone as a truly potential customer if you reach out within 1 hour. This is why it's so important. And then 30% of potential customers go to someone else if they're not contacted at all. Now, I don't even know if I have this on here. So they're going to keep looking if you don't contact them. If you don't reach out, they're just going to go find someone else. So you have got to reach out, do the follow-up, and do it quickly. This is why what we just released for Instagram is going to be so stinking important. And here's the last ones I want to give you guys. 73% of all customers never get followed up with. So we know that 30% go find someone else on their own. And we know that 73% of them never get followed up with. If you can just be following up quicker and more than everybody else, you're going to capture 30% of more people. 30% of the people are coming to you. 10%. A potential customer is 10 times less, 10 times. A potential customer is 10 times less likely to respond if you reach out after 5 minutes. 10 times less likely if you wait more than 5 minutes. People are goldfish and their attention moves quickly to something else, so we need to be fast with our responses. But here's the powerful one. So those are negatives. Let me give you the awesome one that gives you the power. 55% of all sellers don't follow up or reach out to potential customers in the first 5 days. So you can do better than anyone else, or the 55% of them. You're going to capture those people's customers. You know, all the people, okay, now you're not going to like me, but this is the reason that I removed myself from all direct seller programs, because I'm just going to be honest with you. Some of you guys are in some type of an affiliate marketing space, or you're in a network marketing space, or you're someone who's a direct seller and you've got these products that other people sell similar things. Well, that's all of us, right? I have people that sell similar things to me. So I guess this applies to everyone. Maybe you're a VA and you're looking for new clients. I'm in a VA group. That's what made me think of this today. You know, I saw Jody come on and she works with VAs, and it made me think of this VA group I'm in. And people are posting that they're interested and they're looking for stuff. Okay. You all may be friends. You all may be in the same community, same organization. But at the end of the day, you'll be better than 55% of the people on your team if you simply follow up quickly. And you will start more customers and more clients by just doing things quickly. Speed to lead. The problem is, here's the problem. Guys, we are busy. We're busy. That's all there is to it. I don't want to live on my phone. I don't want to live on my phone. And the beauty is, with new technologies and the abilities we have, we can reach out to people fast and we can get more done quickly without being tied to our phones or even our computers. True story. This just happened not too long ago. I have a tool that reaches out within 10 minutes of a person checking out our site. And during that 10 minutes, as people were checking our site, in one weekend we started. Well, I'm just going to be honest with you about Social Connector. I always tell too much, right? That's me. You guys know this. In March, we implemented this new tool. Okay, I had not been reaching out to people. I usually waited a day or 2 days. We started reaching out within 10 minutes of a person checking out Social Connector. Okay, they go to trysocialconnector.ai, and within 10 minutes, I'm sending them a message and we're connecting. We started more clients in the month of March than we've ever started in Social Connector. And I 100% attribute it to the fact that we're speeding to the lead. We did the weekend I implemented this new tool, we started 4 new clients that weekend. Of those 4, only 2 of them I actually talked to. 50% of them started and had a conversation with me via automation that I didn't even see until after they signed up. Now, I'm super personal. Every one of you will say that I am super personal. You know that. I'm in it. I'm on the calls. I'm talking to you guys. I jump in all the time. But we need something to help us do this, especially in 2024. So here's how simple this is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, you create the content on social media. So you're going to create that content on Instagram in this example, reels, posts. This will work on both. Number 2, you're gonna share that content with people, right? There you go. Share it to your story, share it around. People are gonna see it. Number 3, someone's gonna raise their hand, and this is where it matters, and they're gonna say, I am interested. They're gonna post, they're gonna respond with that keyword. They're gonna do something like that, and they're like, yep, I'm interested. And you're gonna immediately respond back. And then number 4, because you're going to do it in the DMs, you're going to capture them quickly. You're going to capture them quickly. And those number 3 and number 4, which are the most important, are going to happen while you sleep. I woke up this morning on a reel that I was testing this on, and I had more comments than I had when I went to bed, and they've already been engaged and having conversations with me while I was asleep. This is why it matters. This is why one of them, I hope you're not on this call, because you'll know who you are. One of them would be what I would call a really big fish in a really big pond, and he is an ideal client of mine that I cannot wait, because I know that if we can help him, we can help thousands of people. And he responded. He checked it out, and he's having the conversation with me now. I know this works because I test it. Okay, so that's why I want to talk about this. I know this took a little bit of time, but it's important that you know it and you saw it. So with that, I'm gonna stop this share here. I'm gonna come back into here and do this. So now with that, what I want to show you is kind of how it works. Okay, we've already released, if you're a member of our community at members.socialconnector.ai, we have already released the training. So you can go in and start making this work right now. It's in there. You just go into the members area, click on the learning tab, and it's the very first training that you'll see. We put it at the top, and it's our Instagram DM funnel or Instagram automations training. Okay. I call it a DM funnel because it allows you to start capturing people's information without sending them somewhere else. So it's like a direct message funnel. Okay. It's happening right there. Okay. Again, this is still in beta, but as I'm always been an early adopter, like I was on MySpace like day 2. And I saw Instagram come in and Facebook come in. I'm like, this is going to be so good, right? So I'm all about it. So it is in beta. There are some little quirks, and we've actually listed out those quirks for you so that you know, and we'll keep updating them. But here's how it works, okay? Let me share my screen. Actually, I need to make sure, yeah. Let me share my screen here. And let me change to the screen. There we go. And let me share my screen with my folks inside of Zoom. So here's how simple this is. If you haven't seen it already, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, go to my Instagram page. I'm not trying to gain your followership. Go to my Instagram page and you'll, or my profile, and you'll see my reels. I mean, you guys, I joke. I say this all the time. I'm joking around right now. I am blowing up all 1,700 of me and my followers. I am like probably the biggest influencer right now there is on Instagram. Not really, but if you go here, you're going to see my various reels, okay, and my posts, and you'll see this one right here that I just put out yesterday. Here's what I love about this. Go ahead and look at all my numbers. 291, 241, 361. Now this one was great because who doesn't want to look at this guy right here? But you're going to see all my various numbers. Very small. Check this out. From just implementing this one thing yesterday, 520. It's already bigger than the majority of all of my reels. And it's simply because I'm talking about something people like, and they're responding, and then I'm responding back. So how does this whole tool work? Okay, so here's the reel. All you had to do was do what this says, comment the word demo, and we'll send it to you. And so let me move this out. There we go. Comment the word demo. We'll send it to you. So when we come down here, we click on our, let me see if I can see the comments here. Oh, of course, I can't see them this way. Can't see them while I'm on here. When people go through the comments, Maybe I can. Let me do this. Nope. Always fun when you can't do it on your actual computer. Hold on. Let's try it this way. Nope. Let's try one more, guys. Of course, when you're going live, this happens. Let's try it like this. No. Okay, well, here's the thing. We know that there's 22 comments on here. Let's see if I can see it there. No, not at all. Oh, go to post. There we go. Just kidding. No. Okay, so we know there's 22 comments on there, right? That means there's 11 comments on there because 11 of them are me. But I'm going to show you in the messenger what happens. When a person says demo, what happens is they get a randomized response. This might sound familiar to our Facebook tool, Messenger Pro. This just happens to be native to Social Connector. They get a randomized response, and then they're going to get a message. So inside here, you're getting a message right here, and you can see right here, it says, hey. So first off, this is the demo because I told them respond demo. So you can see you're working because you got the message. But what's even better, and if you were on the phone version of this, you would see that it's the full message. And then they can click get updates, and it's going to bring them right in to sign up to be on this training right now. Okay, if I click get updates, it's going to, I hit that button, and it's going to, that doesn't work on there's something I just learned. You can't do this on the regular page. See, it's another little quirk. Go to somebody else here. And if they click it there, same thing. It's the same thing, same message. It actually sends them directly to the link so that they can sign up for this demo. Right? Now, as soon as it's done, I'm going to go in and change the automation, and it's going to actually send them to the recording of this demo. So if you're watching this on the recording, we were talking about you. So you're going to see it. So it's that simple for you to use. Okay? It's that easy. This will work not just on our comment replies. This will also work when someone DMs you from a story, for example. So you could say reply demo to this story, and we can start the same engagement. Okay. It'll work on any reply. It'll work on any direct message. If someone just sends you a message, you could say, message me from a post. And if someone messages you your keyword, honestly, we'll show you, you can do it other ways. But if you have them message you a keyword, you can then start that conversation. You can send graphics. That's a glitch that they're working out right now. You can send like PDF files. You can have them select buttons like you've seen on other tools out there, like ManyChat. You can have them push a button and have it do things like what you just saw from me. There's so many things you can do. You can just send them a link if you wanted. You'll be able to do all of that. All right. So how easy is this to set up? It is extremely easy to set up, my friends. So, and I want to show you this so that you'll get an idea of how it's working. So let's go share screen here. So here I am inside of my Social Connector account, and you'll notice Jen Jones, you'll see all these people that are coming in. These are people that have automatically been added to my account because they went through the process. Not only that, but you'll see that they've already been tagged, so I can organize them and I can respond to them. All right, so you see all that. Now let's talk about how the automation works. I'm just going to show you the quick demo of the automation. It's not super hard. So here's our Instagram demo. So all we did was we went in, we created a trigger. We told it that we want to look for the word demo on this exact post. It knows the post. Okay. When someone comments on that word, we add this tag lead. We also add this tag ManyChat lead. Then we're going to respond to the comment. So I said, choose one of these 4 options. So it's going to randomly select these various options to share with the user, with the follower. They're going to get that comment as a reply. You will see that there are ways you can do this for Facebook, but please understand this is for Facebook business pages only. It does not apply to personal or professional accounts. This is for business pages only. But you could like the comment if it was on Facebook. You're going to send them one of these random replies, and then we're going to send them this message right here that says RSVP for the live demo. And if they do, they're going to go through here It's going to see if they registered. So it's actually going to check and see, did we give them this mini chat training tag? If they registered or RSVP'd, then send them another message that says, hey, looks like you start. If they didn't, we say it looks like you started, so we can keep the conversation going. Now, Instagram has some rules about how often you're allowed to message people. We give you all of that in the training. It's very easy. It's very simple. Basically, you get 24 hours to have a conversation with someone when they message you via what's called the API. You can message them outside of the API, but via the API, you get 24 hours to do that. Our system is going to look to make sure there's been an interaction between the two of you before it sends that message. All right. So it knows, so it doesn't let you violate policy, which is smart. But once they have started that conversation, and we're going to teach you in our training how you can set yourself up to do like every 22 hours, so that you can, if they haven't responded, or if they just responded and you're waiting on another one, then you send out a message 22 hours later to going, hey, just want to check, can you make sure you're getting these? Something like that, which causes that reset to start over when they reply. So we can tag them, we can send them links, we can send them our files, we can do all of that, and it's all right inside of here. And when they do respond, or when they do reply to your comments inside of Instagram, reply to your posts inside of Instagram, they're immediately being added. Their Instagram account is immediately being added right inside of Social Connector, so that you can start the process of nurturing, following up, and building rapport, so they go from potential to actual customers. We're really excited about it. So with that, what I'm going to do, let me look and see if there's any questions here inside of the chat before I stop our call here. So I got a question inside of the chat in Facebook. It says, if you do this in real time, isn't that what I'm going to lock me up with Meta? No, because we have built-in default, and you'll learn about this in the training. We have built-in default timing blocks that Meta requires. So we're following all their guidelines. We are doing this all through the API. So it's all a part of Meta guidelines. So for example, when you send a message in reply, there is an automatic 1 minute wait time. It will not let you move forward. So Instagram, I say this a lot, guys. I'm going to get banned. Oh, well, Instagram and Facebook are owned by Meta, and yet they are operated extremely different. And I don't understand why Facebook has some of the rules and policies and missing features that Instagram has. It doesn't make sense to me. And so no, Instagram says you're good to go when they reply, because you're using our API and you're doing it through a professional or creator account. You're allowed to send that comment right away, and you're allowed to reply. This is the same thing that people like Brock Johnson are using, same thing that major influencers are using. We just don't need another subscription to do it. So you should be good to go. All right. So with all that, I'm going to stop the live stream and take questions here inside the chat.